Today I'm going to give you my favourite 3-watch Seiko collection you can buy right now. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the My Watch Collector Show. And today, a monumental one on Seiko. Because I'm going to reveal the best Seiko 3-watch collection money can buy right now. Each watch well under £1,000, and I think they are fantastic. Surprisingly, there's not a dive watch in there. You what? I know, but I will give you a suggestion at the end of the show as well, and it's awesome. Super! These 3 watches are the ones I'm wearing the most right now. They're in my collection. I have a quartz, a digital, and a mechanical one. And I flippin' love them. Are you Seiko 3-watch collection ready? Let's go. First up, a watch I got quite recently. Hang on, aren't all of them recent? Shut up, you. Ever since I put this watch up against an Orient and did a kind of comparison video where the Seiko absolutely smashed the Orient, I've really wanted one. And ladies and gentlemen, I give you the SSC813P1. The Seiko in 2025 that wears like an absolute dream. Honestly, the most wearable Seiko they do. Now, this one's got a nickname called the Saytona for maybe obvious reasons. It has the reminiscent looks of a Rolex Daytona because of the white dial, the 3 sub-dials, and the black tachymeter bezel. But if you look a little closer,
it's all Seiko, baby.
Now, there's a reason why I absolutely love this reference in particular. Love the white dial, love the indices, and those sub-dials that show a little faint hue of blue. They're actually the solar cells that pick up not only sun's energy, but any light energy it finds and stores it as power. Those slightly retro patinaed handset I really like, and they're framed in black. You don't see a lot of Seikos that do that, but I just think the whole look, together with a phenomenal case that isn't massively over finished. We have polishing on the sides, brushing on the top. The actual case is reminiscent to a 62 mass, but that's as far as that relationship goes. For your £640, which is what they are brand new, you get yourself a curved sapphire crystal, and inside we have a caliber V192. Be accurate to about 15 seconds a month. The watch is 100 meters water resistant, which is phenomenal. The crown isn't screw in, neither are the pushers. Now, this watch actually came with a bracelet. I've taken it off and put it on one of these absolutely amazing straps, and this is by a company called Clockwork Republic. Now, they specialize in making high premium rubber straps for all your favorite Seikos, like your Samurai, your SKXs, your 5KXs, by giving them individual solid stainless steel end links that fit those specific watches, like this Saytona. The steel matches the case and it gives a premium look you can't get anywhere else. The tang buckle is great and it elevates your Seiko watches another 2 or 3 levels, in my opinion. In the description below, go check out Clockwork Republic. They do many straps, including one for a Tudor Black Bay 58, and I'll be showing that off very soon. Anyway, with this case and this strap partnership, it's no wonder why this is one of my most worn watches of 2025. My one gripe, the date window. It's not at 4, it's not at 5, it's not even in between. It's at like 4:15.
What the frig, Seiko?
And plus, because the solar cells are right underneath the dial, the date window is underneath that, which makes it quite dark and hard to see. Get rid of it, Seiko, and you've got yourself a perfect watch. My second watch of the day, well, it's my absolutely phenomenal Seiko Speedtimer I got not long ago, thanks to the friends at Francis & Gay Jewelers. In fact, all of the watches today you can buy from Francis & Gay. Highly recommend them. Anyway, this is the SPB515J1, Japanese made. Now, even though it says Speedtimer on the dial, it's not a reissue of any sort of chronograph. No, the timing is done using the internal rotating bezel, which I found really appealing. And everything everything about this watch, including the bracelet, is exclusive and new to the brand. Now, in doing that, Seiko tend to underprice these watches because if they are specific reissues like a Willard or a 62 Mass, they tend to have a bit of history tax to them. But when you get something like this, where you get everything Seiko can offer you at their best price, inside this watch we have a 6R55 automatic in-house caliber. It's the same movement that they have in their King Seikos, which just shows you the great value you're getting already. And that movement helps this watch be under 12 millimeters thick, which is phenomenal. It has 72 hours of power reserve and sweeps away at 21,600 beats per hour. Now, this watch is not a diver. Both crowns on the side of the case aren't screw-in, but this watch is water resistant to 200 meters. So even though we don't have a dive watch, potentially, this could go diving. Anyway, personally, I think Seiko nailed the colours of this dial. The oranges, the greys, the applied markers are absolutely gorgeous. The little orange tip on the second hand is such a phenomenal touch. Love those cut-off baton hands. And overall, I just love this watch. On my 6.5-inch wrist, it just wears like an absolute dream. We have a curved sapphire protecting the dial. For me, I think it's Seiko's release of the year. Again, I've got to try and get past the date window. When Seiko make older vintage inspired watches, well, everything was batons or rectangles in those days. So having a rounded date window in between the 4 and the 5 marker is a little bit icky, but because the date wheel on this is black, it doesn't stand out or look bad.
You just got away with it.
This watch is the most expensive out of the three. It's £850, but compared to every other new Seiko that has been coming out over the last year or two, for what you get for this Seiko, I think is a pretty darn good deal. I can't see me ever selling this.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
And finally, we come to our last watch of the three. I had to buy it, all right? After I reviewed it, I had to buy it. I would have been mad not to. Yes, I had to get a Seiko Rotocall, people. They're just so cool. They've invested a lot of time and a lot of money bringing back an 80s legend. This is the A824. And my favorite color bezel was the black with the yellow and little hints of orange. Now, this watch was nicknamed the Space Watch or the Astronaut's Watch back in the 80s because, well, believe it or not, astronauts love this watch because you didn't need to toggle the modes using the buttons. No, you switch modes by turning the bezel. A very sophisticated bit of kit because once you turn the bezel to another mode, the buttons then change the way they work. Not only that, you can turn it bidirectionally and it's an absolute bit of fun. Anyway, we've got the time, we've got stopwatch, countdown timer, a dual time, we've got an alarm. It's protected by a Seiko Hardlex crystal and is water resistant to 100 meters. And even though it's the cheapest of the three watches at £480, it is the most accurate at minus to plus 15 seconds a month. Now, the bracelet, it is jingly jangly. We don't have solid end links. The links are solid, but they are push pins. We only have one micro adjust, but I have to admit, I'm sold. I was sold when I got them out of the box. Yes, I think they're probably at £150 too expensive. And yes, in a year's time, these probably will be less expensive. But me being a Seikoholic, I had to get on the Seiko train fast. So there we go, a 3-watch collection anyone would be happy to own. Now, I know some of you are saying, where's a blooming dive watch? Calm down, calm down. Listen, I've got one for you and it is a beauty. I reviewed it around, I think it was around 2.5 months ago. It's a watch that has been around for a 1.5 years though, but I'm talking about the Baby Samurais. I particularly love the red version with the red bezel and the red dial. This is the SRPL11K1. This is a fantastically compact ISO certified dive watch that I think is awesome. From the knurling of the crown and the bezel to the great legible dial and big handset to the bracelet, which I was very surprised and happy with. This watch housed the 4R35, an absolute workhorse beast. It's 42 millimeters in diameter, 12.3 millimeters thick, screw down crown, screw down case back, 200 meters water resistant, sapphire glass,
And a partridge in a sea tree.
I think it's around £500, and if you do find it at a cheaper price anywhere else, I'm pretty sure F&G will match it. Don't tell them I said that. So there we go, 4 phenomenal watches you can add to your Seiko collection and be safe in the knowledge that you are not going to regret this purchase. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the show. If you want to see what the wife thought of all these watches, well, go and watch the reviews, you lazy bum. They're all there in the description below. Plus, if you want to show a bit more support to the Mad Watch Collector channel, we've got a Patreon now. See the shows early, blooper reels, behind the scenes content, private group chat, and get your name credited at the end of the show like this beautiful lot. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I hope I have, because I've got a phenomenal show for you here. I mean, it's suggested for whatever you want to watch, but still, I'm guessing it's phenomenal. Keep the algorithm monkey a-swinging and give the old Mad Watch Collector a like if you haven't already. Come on, give me a like and subscribe and all that jazz. Go on, click it. Click it.